Hello, I'm back with another video. So I've decided to make a entire series called Let's Talk About It, just whatever comes to mind. But right now I want to talk about my love-hate relationship with social media, content creation, and running a business, because there's a lot I can say. So starting out with social media, I have honestly never been that big of a fan of social media, like putting myself out there, and I feel like it has less to do with fear and more to do with I'm just not that like social and showy of a person. I like the people that know me in real life, like my friends, they like a lot of people don't know what's going on with me until I actually tell them. I'm not very expressive about those things until it's time to be expressive about those things. Like I don't like posting pictures that often, and especially when I go out, I honestly don't really take pictures of anything because when I'm out, I like to enjoy being out. I don't want to just have my phone out recording everything for the whole day or for the whole night, because I feel like it takes a lot of the fun out of it. But that also means that I don't have things to post. So I mean, it's fine. You catch me posting a picture of a flower or something. But I like flowers, and when I see them, yes, that's when I want to take a picture. But even times when I do my makeup or I'm wearing a really cute outfit, like, yeah, I'm not really wanted to like just snap some pictures of it. And sometimes I think like, okay, what if I have kids one day and they're like, "Mom, we want to see you when you were younger." Well, I probably won't look that much older anyway, so just imagine me with different clothes and different makeup, I guess. But yeah, sometimes those are the things I think about. Like, especially with running a business, you know, being in the public eye and being social kind of, they go hand in hand with running a business. And it kind of like clashes with who I am at my core, which is okay because I like challenges. Like no one forced me to start a business. This was all because I wanted to do it. It's been it's been almost 4 years now since that I've been running my business and that I've been on social media pretty consistently. Like I think the myvenussoul Instagram is probably the Instagram page that I've had basically the longest. I have a habit of deleting my Instagrams or deleting my social media pages and just going ghost, which once again that works for me. I just like to do it. I just feel like if you're gonna know what I'm doing, we should be in contact. We should be friends. We should have some kind of connection. Like I don't really feel like you need to know just to know. Like that's always been a little odd for me personally. But yeah, so with social media, like I said, being social is not necessarily something that I like to do often. Like I always say like I'm an introverted extrovert. I know there's a word for that, I just can't. I think it's ambivert, but don't quote me. But I it's been like a struggle for me to get used to being more social, because I'm like, all right, I'm the face of a business. I have to actually put my face out there. I can't just be hidden in the shadows. Like maybe if I ran like strictly just an art page and just posting my art all the time, yeah, I could probably do that. But for business purposes and I guess to help me get out of my shell more, it does help to put my face out there. It helps people to relate to me better, which is nice. But yeah, that's something that I'm still working through. I'm proud of myself for even, consistently posting videos and recording videos, because in 2020, 2021, I would not even think that I would be doing this, because I'd just be like, no, 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 no. I remember the first time I went live on Instagram, like I was so anxious. I felt so strange, but everyone was so receptive and so kind. And, that started changing things around for me. I started posting videos on my website, posting readings on my website. And look at me now, a few years later. Like my past self, my inner child's definitely proud of me, but like my past self would be so freaking proud of me because this is actually insane. I've always been more social. Like, it's easier for me to be social in person. People have told me, like, I don't know how you just struck up a conversation with that person. Well, I just started talking to them. Like, that's it. Like, I feel the vibes and I'll just talk to them. Like, or if I go to a party and no one's dancing, like, that's when I really shine, because the last party I went to, no one was dancing. They're all like sitting to themselves. Like, it made me think of like a high school dance. And I went to like everyone and I was like, I'm gonna see you dancing, right? Let's dance, let's dance, let's dance. All right. I got everyone up, and that's where I really shine. But it's hard for me to translate that online because, once again, I don't want to have a damn camera out when doing these things. Like, I feel like one day transitioning my business from online to offline would probably be something really great for me. Like, it would be way easier, but it's good that I was collecting these stones and collecting these skills and, getting better at these things. Because if that is something that I do in the future, well, all right, look at all the credentials I already have. That's amazing. But yeah, for social media, like, I'm doing my best. It's just that, I don't know, it gets confusing mixing social media and like an offline life. Like, I don't always want to be online, but my business kind of requires me to be online and be on social media a lot when I'd rather just not. It's not necessarily my preference. Like, I require a lot of alone time and a lot of like time to recharge. But I'm like, okay, I can't leave my page alone for like 4 weeks. I have to post. So now I'm getting in the habit of, when I first started, I would create like a bunch of content and then save it and then post it as I go, so I don't actually have to be online all the time. And I'm getting back into that. I'm actually getting back into a lot of things, a lot of practices from like 2020, because I'm like, oh damn girl, you were just starting, but you were on to some like really great stuff. So I'm going to take from what I was doing in the past and apply that to the present, and I feel like that's going to make things a lot easier. As for my love-hate relationship with content creation, I just don't want to make everything into content. Like, and sometimes my brain will be like, oh, record this. Oh, you're doing your makeup, record this. And I'm like, no, dude, I just want to enjoy doing my makeup, or I just want to enjoy drawing something, or I just want, like, I don't really want to create like vlogs or stuff. Like, I just don't want to make technology my best friend. Like, it can be like my cousin, my second cousin twice removed or something, but I just don't want that to become a habit. Like, I want to get back into, when I wake up, like, no phone until like 10 a.m., and then do what I need to do, and then also have a cutoff time, make sure I'm taking breaks and I'm not just like consistently on my phone. So I have slowed down with like content creation, because once I lose that spark, I'm not going to want to do it anymore. So I'm like, all right, let's keep the spark alive. Let's take our time. Like, I don't want to have to post every day. I like posting once a week. Like, if it's Patreon, like once or twice a week is fine. That's cool. I already have like scheduled posts on there. Oh, by the way, I made a Patreon /myvenussoul. I'm having a lot of fun over there, honestly. But as I was saying, yeah, posting like every day, feeling like I have to post, especially like if Instagram's like your main platform and you don't already have like a ton of followers, like keeping the engagement up. I'm just like, no. I just don't want to do it. It's just like a major way for me to burn myself out. And like I said, this is something that I want to continue doing because I genuinely enjoy doing it. Like, I want to do it because I enjoy it, not because I have to do it. That's when things lose the spark. That's when things stop becoming fun. Like, I don't want to consider it as a job, even though I do like working, but I'm just trying to find a healthy balance between things. Like I said, being chronically online is really not, it's not a habit that I want to teach myself. Like, this year and all the years is about teaching myself healthy habits that are going to help me and take me farther and not hold me back. Like, I like the days of YouTube where, like, when I first started watching YouTube, like, those posts that people would make were just like really quality. And it's like, all right, I can rewatch this, it will hold me over. Like, I don't even notice that the person hasn't been posting. But I feel like these days it's just like, no, there's so much to keep up with. But yeah, I don't want to practice keeping up with some standard that isn't my own standard. I don't want to try to like prove a point. Like, I really just want to have fun with what I'm doing. And this all also ties into me being a business owner. I can't believe it's about to be 4 years, so like that was really fast. And that's really cool. But being a business owner is a lot of work. Like, I see a lot of people online like, just start a business, get an LLC. Like, have you actually thought about what it takes to be a business owner, especially if you're doing it by yourself? Like, you go to work a 9 to 5, there's someone to fill every position. But as a business owner, you fill every position. You're paying for everything. You have to keep up with things. You have to remember to update things, post. Like, it really is a lot. And something else that people might overlook, like, your flow of money can be very inconsistent. Like, let's say one month you could make a ton, next month you make half of that, the next month you could make less than half, sometimes you make nothing, but you still have to continue with it. And if you base your value and your business's value on how much you make, that can be really like mentally and emotionally taxing. And that's something that I also have to remind myself about. Like, if you're going to place your value on that, like, it's not going to be enjoyable. It's also not healthy at all. So, like, I'm even having to be my own therapist, which is pretty normal for me. If my therapist ever sees this, my old therapist, shout out to you, Dr. Bonfil. You are awesome. But it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, and I do appreciate all of the beautiful people that have been telling me like not to overlook my consistency with things, and how I've just been doing really great with that. And I do 1,000% appreciate that. It means so much to me because, yes, I do overlook it, but I am really consistent. Like, I know when to take my breaks. I know when to say, enough is enough right now. And I'm proud of myself for that. I still have a lot of growing to do, a lot of learning to put myself out there more, learning to market myself better, not wanting to just throw in the towel. I could throw in the towel today and tomorrow could have been my big break. You really just never know. But for anyone that's in that space thinking, should I go or should I stay? Honestly, that's something that you will have to sit with yourself and figure out. Why do you want to stop doing what you're doing? What do you feel, what are the things that you feel are holding you back? Going back to why you even wanted to start a business, like, is that passion still there? Is it that you need to quit, or do you just need to take a break, maybe an extended break, go on a long hiatus? Like I said, if that spark is gone, it makes it so much harder to do things. For me personally, I miss like more consistency. I miss having a reason to go outside more. Um, I personally am going to go get like a 9 to 5 or 7 to something, whatever the hours are. I miss I miss working for someone else, which is a crazy thing to say, for me. But there's certain things I miss it. Like I miss seeing people every day because being a business owner, especially like working out of the house, can get very lonely. Like, okay, my cats are here, yay. Um, and working for someone else will also allow me to kind of draw back what I do for my business and how often I do things, and give me the time to figure out how I want to operate, and give me a little bit of a break. Like I do miss getting paid every 2 weeks, like getting paid on a schedule, being able to calculate how much I'm going to get paid, because that's not necessarily something that I can do with my own business, which is fine. Like I knew this coming into this. I already had friends that run their own businesses, so I had a little bit of an idea of what these things are like. But it's still different when you get into it yourself, especially because like I don't run a business like the people who I already know, who are already running their businesses. Totally different category. But yeah, it's it's a lot. But yeah, I am excited to go back to work, hopefully within the next few weeks. Like I feel like that's going to bring a lot of joy into my life. It's going to once again force me out of my comfort zone, force me into uncomfortable situations, because as much as I love being home and working from home, it does make me more anxious, I would say, because I'm not as accustomed to being out and being around people. Like I was already diagnosed with agoraphobia like in my early 20s. So even though going out can be really hard and being surrounded by people can be really hard, it's like it's kind of good for my brain and for my body, like that repetition of doing things. Even if I have a panic attack, like it gets slightly easier each time. So yeah, that's what I want to get back to, trying to find a job that fits. Like I personally would prefer like an office job, seeing the same people every day, versus like a direct customer service job where I'm in a store and I'm seeing tons of different people. Because when I worked at Ulta, it was very overwhelming. I had a lot of panic attacks working at Ulta. I used to cry in the bathroom because I was either overwhelmed or overstimulated. Also, that place is like the lights. There's something about certain lights that set off my anxiety really bad and make me nauseous. Like I have been like that since I was a child. Like too much light exposure makes me nauseous. I will puke. But anywho, this doesn't mean that I love my business any less. I really love my business. I'm proud of myself for what I have created, and proud of my consistency, proud of myself for stepping out of my own way. And I'm just kind of like changing direction. Instead of just putting all of my eggs in one basket, I'm gonna put them in like several different baskets, or put my seeds in several different plant pots and see what grows, or see how much grows. And I'm proud of myself, because a year ago I wouldn't have thought that I would be doing this, or that I would want to be doing this. But like I said, it will be nice to see real people more and socialize and deal with just the things that comes with dealing with work. Yes, it will be annoying at times. Yes, I will be overwhelmed at times, but I'm also gonna have a lot of happy moments, and that's great for me. And before I end this video, I do want to touch on some of my likes, why I like content creation, running my own business, and gosh, I forgot the other one. And social media. So I'll just start with social media. I love, actually, this is for social media and for my business. I just love connecting with new people. Like, one thing for certain, I probably wouldn't have met so many people like around the world if it weren't for my business and for, you know, for social media. Like, I know people from all over the world now, and it's really cool. And I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna get over my flying anxiety and I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna go see you all. I'm gonna visit you. We're gonna go out to eat and have a great time. Like, that is definitely a bonus. Something else would be pushing myself in terms of like creativity, and not like a shove, like a not like a hard shove, but like a push in the right direction. Like, I've really stepped up my game when it comes to like creating content, creating images. Like, ooh, my stuff is so aesthetically pleasing, and that just makes me so happy. My Taurus rising, very pleased. So let's see what else. With my business, I love the things that I've created for like to sell. Like, okay, some of my art's over there, but also like the virtual the PDFs that I've made, like the Petite Book of Affirmations, the self-help workbooks. Like, those are really great, and I made those all by myself. I spent so much time making them, and they turned out fantastic. Like, okay, girl, go. So that made me really, really happy. Not made, it still makes me really happy. Also, creating content I love that it's just pushed me out of my comfort zone, and like talking to a camera sounded like really strange to me. Like, not sounded strange, like it felt strange, it felt unnatural. But now I'm like, all right, let's do this. Like, no doubt in my mind, I personally just really love it. And last but not least, before I go to anyone watching this, I want to ask you, if you are a content creator or a business owner, what are some of your likes and dislikes when it comes to running your social media pages, when it comes to creating content, when it comes to running a business? I want to hear all about it, so let me know below in the comments. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.